guys, I thought I'd pop in and do a quick little video about an area I have been trying to expand in, grow in as far as growing flowers and such goes. I've been trying to get into like the dried flower space where you're growing flowers that dry incredibly well that you'll then use in crafts or sometimes cooking. Like I've got this batch of lavender here that I just harvested and pulled the leaves off, and I'm gonna hang it in my herb dryer to dry. And for this I will use this both for crafting and also for potentially making, I don't know, some lavender infusion sort of things. Last year I did use some to make the calendula salve, but that was about it. I didn't make the essential oils or syrups. Syrups is what I was trying to do. I didn't make that, but I do still have a bunch saved. So I think between this year and last year's harvest, maybe I'll get to that. Another thing that I grew specifically because dried is nice is yarrow. So I cut a bunch of my apple blossom yarrow this morning. So pretty. And essentially what I'm gonna do with this is the same thing I did with the lavender, which I'm gonna strip the leaves. I have a bucket underneath me. That's kind of where I'm dumping them, just since I'm in my greenhouse. And what I'll do then, after taking a bunch of the leaves off of the pretty flowers, I'll then assemble these into bunches, and I use my twine to wrap it up, and then I put it in this herb dryer, which, let me see if I can show you. Yep. So this is my, oh there we go, this is my hanging herb rack. It's got like hooks on it that I put things on, and I hang stuff to dry from there. In the middle of the summer, it's not super great, only because it gets pretty hot in here, and I don't have any way to temperature control this greenhouse, which is fine. That's what I knew I was getting into. So I have the yarrow. I grew a bunch of straw flowers again this year, so I'm just getting into the point where they're just starting to put on some flowers. So I went ahead and harvested just the tops of these just to encourage some more to come out, even though these didn't open all the way yet. I'm also pulling calendula, which usually I just pop the top off. This time the stem came with it. But then I just sit these down to dry them. These I'm using to make like salves and stuff like that. It's not for drying and making decorations. If I wanted to use silica gel or press it, that'll work. But to actually just hang and dry, it's not really, it doesn't hold its color. And then the other thing I'm growing that I'm trying is status. I got a couple different colors this year to try out. I did a bunch last year and I really enjoyed that, and they do really hold their color, which is nice. I found most of the crafts I ended up doing with them, I just kind of like pulled the flowers off and didn't maintain the stems, but I have seen things where people will take these and like make wreaths out of them. I think some of the other things I'm growing for this purpose, I got some gomphrena starts this year, like I always do. I haven't really dabbled into growing those from seed just yet because they're so cheap just to buy a 6-pack sometimes. Oh, I am doing chamomile that I'm planning to use for teas and such, trying to get into the making my own tea habit as well. I started some eryngium or sea holly. I think last year is when I started them and planted them out, but they're one of those plants that they don't bloom the first year, so I look like I have a bunch of buds on the plant this year, so hopefully I'll be able to see those soon, and those are really excellent for harvesting and drying and using in crafts. A lot of the poppies I grow, I'll harvest a bunch of the pods after the flowers are done and the pods have dried, and I save those because they're really cute for crafts. And I think, oh, Craspedia. I'm trying Craspedia this year, the ones that are just like yellow balls. I've never grown those before. It's my first year growing them, so I don't exactly, firsthand know what they look like, but apparently they are really pretty, like yellow ball flowers that when you cut them and dry them, they really hold their yellow color, so they're really good for crafts too. And I did get some I got 2 little eucalyptus starts from somebody. I think it was More One Farms. Yeah, More One Farms. I went on their Easter Make a Bouquet event and they had a couple of their starts available for sale, so I did buy 2 little eucalyptus. I haven't really dabbled into that yet either, just because I hear they're kind of difficult to start from seed. So it's the first time I'm ever planting eucalyptus, but that should also have a really good purpose in the dried flower space. But so anyway, I just wanted to pop on, show you a little bit about some of the stuff I'm trying to do more of this year while I'm sitting here enjoying my greenhouse on a, unfortunately, still kind of cold, even though it's almost June, windy, and it's going to be rainy again yet today. Pennsylvania is experiencing lots of rain this springtime. So anyway, thanks for watching.